I've been in love with the city of New York probably since I can remember. When I was a little boy in Brooklyn, my parents would take me to Manhattan. I've always found the skyline of New York City a beautiful expression in a very dramatic way of what America is all about. I think the World Trade Center was one of the stronger, bolder symbols of American freedom, and particularly economic freedom. And I liked the impact that it had on the New York City skyline. I'd photographed it myself many times. And a couple of times, this was long before I was mayor, I'd actually go out in traffic, which would be a little dangerous. Cars would go around me so that I could just get the exact shot of the World Trade Center. September 11 was supposed to be a fairly quiet day for me. It was a beautiful day.
We have something that has happened here at the World Trade Center. We noticed flame and an awful lot of smoke from one of the towers of the World Trade Center. My heavens, this has just happened within
smoke is pouring out. This gas goes from one side of the building practically all the way to the other.
We had seen a fireball, and I can tell you it appears tower number 2, at least from our vantage point, appears to be unaffected. This appears to be entirely in tower number 1.
Told that apparently a plane had hit the World Trade Center. And we started driving down Fifth Avenue toward the World Trade Center.
We are now looking at flames shooting out of the north side of number 1 World Trade Center, but there are at least some windows blown out and smoke.
Holy shit!
Here's another plane just flew into...
There is an explosion.
The explosion is incredible!
Both buildings of World Trade Center are definitely on fire. There is black smoke coming from both of them.
And then all of a sudden, I saw a big explosion of fire. And at that point, we all concluded, obviously, it was a terrorist attack. I think that was the first point at which I realized that we were into something different than any of us had ever prepared for, or any of us had ever thought we would live through. I realized I was in some kind of a horrible, awful, horrific human experience.
Copy. Have a large crowd here, babies. A lot of babies.
You don't see people jumping from the windows like this.
And you can actually see bodies falling from the top floors of the World Trade Center. Horrible here. People are standing in the street in tears. People are panicking and calling their families.
A mother described to me talking to her son on the telephone when the second plane hit. And that's the last time she talked to him. Another family described to me how their loved one had let 2 elevators go because he was older and the people in the elevator were younger. And somehow my mind went back to the stories and the things you read about the Titanic, or people who allowed other people to get on boats, and they didn't get on the boat because they were older. And from that moment on, I started thinking that we'll never know all the heroes. We know our uniformed people were heroes. They went there and they died and they gave up their lives bravely trying to save the lives of other people. But what we don't know are all the individual stories of the person who gave up the elevator for another person, the person who calmed someone and got them out of the building, the person who organized their floor so that everybody could evacuate, the person who maybe in the last moments comforted people when all of them knew they were going to die.
It is flying. It's going to run.
Tower just came down.
The entire building appeared to have collapsed.
The tower appeared to crumble and start to fall.
And I don't know if it did.
Down. I didn't look anymore.
after that, I turned and I started to run. Everyone ran. People just took off. People ducked into doorways, and people didn't
Got
stop
to be
look
so
behind.
sick that I couldn't breathe at all. I find it's really hard to talk. I still can hardly see. There's so much smoke in here. I was breathing.
This was an attack intended to destroy us, because we are a country that's built on principles of freedom. And because of free will, people get a chance to distinguish themselves. This wonderful American civilization emerges, which isn't based on any ethnic group, it isn't based on any one race, it isn't based on any one religion. It's based on people believing in freedom.
Put your mask on. I'm putting it down.
Mayor, what's the situation right now?
The situation is that 2 airplanes have attacked apparently. What?
You should not go to
All right, well then let's go north then.